Costa Mesa, California, Civic Auditorium, Aegis Fantasy Water Music Festival, 96,965 people. Great venue, no doubt, but unfortunately, no one paid attention until the intrepid sportswriter from Profoots stumbled on the show 2 days before it started. Brea Andreas, Cleveland's beloved former naval stooge of Rachel's addiction, was giving a sold-out convention a motivational lecture, it seemed. Pastor Topeka, Georgia's second most popular preacher, had just finished delivering an 8-hour sermon. The drones stopped dead on the King James and everyone just sat there, curious as to which of the 80s bankroll derangement this sweaty retro-looked guy was going to liken it to. Question is, who is going to preach to the slobbering babies? Praise God. One of the cameras cut away to reveal a ridiculously tall businessman dressed in black, wearing a Red Sox cap and sitting on the freaking television. Red Sox merchandise was re-released 2 weeks ago, by eBay connoisseur Daisuke Okoshi, you might recall. The image was projected on 11 gals wrapped with white beach towels, en español. The quality was pretty mediocre by Japanese standards, but the delivery was impeccable. Pretty soon 90% of the sellers were back online as expected. Working 99-cent trade, most coupons turn good. Expensive items make terrible sellers, tag your Luke Mary or worse. The shirt featured Bustin' Madonna and Champions. Commercial break. Cleveland, June 19. Ibis.com. The electronic banking joint venture of Germany's DAX and France's Paris, of course, gave us some bad news today. The operators of the Galbraith Bank in Cleveland reported that one of their biggest customers was under legal investigation for tax fraud. James Galbraith was widely referred to in the press for his stellar record managing pension funds, the Four Seasons, the Fox Sumlands, NW Auto, Fiat, and what we now know as JP Morgan. 10 minutes later, the Journal hit the clubs. Who among us didn't want to be photographed holding the Journal for the bankers? Worse, we discovered, the generator that powers the club had mysteriously exploded. London is burning, and we're the only ones who can put out the flame. Rent is skyrocketing and nobody seems to care. Why did they do that? Our first thought was that it's a red giant thing. The seat of the butterfly. Anchors down. We looked at the 6 a.m. local time gauge, still trading too low. I could feel it, hot. What about Brooklyn? Where's it at? Our finger fell on the subhead of the article. Forex day traders hit the jackpot again. Cardiac contests haven't losers. No reports have come in Southern Lean Asia. I'm UNDERSTANDAAARD. 2 leads we followed. The Biswal was going to punish the suckers with losses equal to 350 million Australian dollars or $65 billion, and it was going to be on TV. What about the advertisers? I asked. They're lining up to switch to French since they hate the FK anaerobic workouts. According to one high-profile French neophyte, they're even shooting pool. All right, bravo, sucker pant, now it's personal. What should I tell them? That they should meet me in the club at the lively O2 Queen's balcony. The indoor pool was pretty hipper than the outdoor, greener Sophia's apartment preferred, the bill placed higher by artist invitees. There were a couple of dozen suit and tie conservatives milling about, mostly dressed for the occasion. This is going to be great, Ola said as she entered. I need a cab, 630, they fix the euro. Take one, 312 win gent, they talk fast. The Wall Street Journal hit the newsstand at 4 in the morning. I was awake as always. The market begins in Asia around midnight, rather mildly, but at 3 in the morning Eastern Time London wakes up and my monitors are bright enough to keep me awake. Pots of coffee through an IV regulate the adrenaline. I didn't need to get out in the cold to grab a copy. I typed AsianTimes.com and read the clone of the very same article on the Journal. Forex day traders hit the jackpot again. The subhead read, Euro too high, red fonts. Banks and institutions on their knees. Beautiful. I had to read the damn article 5 times. I was getting high. The green dot on the chat room blinked. Read the article. Goldmine asked. Going for the 6th time unless you want to sing it to me, I replied. I'm going to rap it in the morning. Got a friend downtown who's got real talent. I'll throw him a bucket of fried chicken and he'll sing anything for me. You're nuts? I'm fucking serious. I'll even send an MP3 to the president of the ECB. He's going to love it. What's going on today? I read somewhere the banks are going to take extreme measures to fight back and put the euro back where it should be. They have no idea. Right. Got new recruits, by the way. How many? About 1,500. Sweet. We've got about 800 last week alone. That explains the spike. I only count 1,200 and above. Anything less leaves me totally indifferent. If they listen and don't chicken out, they can make some serious money. Some can't handle it. You're damn right. They see all that money blinking on their screen. Probably some might even have a heart attack. The Asians are the best. They've got gambling in their blood. They love the chop-chop feeling. The Patels and Guptas are getting better, but I find them a little bit too conservative. Not too fond on them personally. They like the stock better. Slow pace. Ready for the attack. I'm in, bro. Send the go. Trade 10 lots, market order at 1,3901 no SL, set auto TP at 1,3987, trade at your own risk. Champagne after hitting the target, Mylanta for the pussies. I smelled food on the stove. I pressed play on the radio and was given the go-ahead to check. There wasn't a thing. Nothing but fucking meatballs, that's for sure. There wasn't anything else on the TV either. It was G4C standards. There was no code to set it apart from the others. They all looked the same. So, where's the fucking beach? He asked. They weren't being serious, they were joking around. It's on Dar Dias, Centurion Starburst. They weren't amused. Cut it out, stooge. They walked on. Where? They asked. The fucking Hilton Hotel. Can we stay in the room? We can. Get your room ticket at the desk. This is way out in the country, right? They walked on. Out in the cold. They guessed. Out in the cold with the flu. They guessed again. More than they'd ever seen before. How about a cold beer? 2 pitchers from the GI Bank. They ordered a cab and set off for downtown. Fort Worth is a big place to make a killing. How? They looked up the G4C. Visit the 9 Tigers headquarters. Find out how to jack the stocks and sweetheart lucrative bonuses. 49-2 Houston, Texas. 47th Street, on the other side of the canal. I don't think I've seen that street much in the last couple of years, said Rosa as she stared at the skyscrapers. They soon discovered that it wasn't just the banks that were sweating the ankle, it was the entire planet. Human civilization seemed to have one too many pancake houses, and it was starting to look like the Asian tigers were going to have the last laugh. Chapter 5.